In this video, we're going to look at some more complicated elimination problems. These ones, you won't be able to just add or subtract the equations. You're going to have to multiply one or both of them to get a common but opposite coefficient. So if we're looking at the x's, 2x plus 3x is 5x. 2x minus 3x is negative 1x. So that doesn't cancel. And if we look at the y's, negative 7 plus y is negative 6y. And if we subtract, negative 7 minus 1 is negative 8. So neither of those cancel. So you want to think about, is there an easy way to multiply 2 to get to 3 or 3 to 2? No. So the x's are not going to be the easiest to cancel out. Then if we look at the y's, is there an easy way to multiply 7 to get to 1? No. However, there is an easy way to multiply 1y to get to negative 7. Or 7. And that would be if we multiply the 1y by 7. Now think about these signs. If we want them to cancel, one of the 7y's needs to be negative and one needs to be positive. Right now the top one is negative and the bottom one is positive. So once we multiply that, those will cancel out. So I'm just going to rewrite that top equation to the side. And then we're going to distribute that 7 to everything in the bottom equation. So 7 times 3x gives us 21x. 7 times 1y gives us 7y. And 7 times 8 gives us 56. And so now, if I add those equations, 2x plus 21x is 23x. Negative 7y plus 7y is 0y. Which you don't really need to write. And then 13 plus 56 is 69. Now just think of that as 23x equals 69. You want to get x by itself, so you need to divide by 23. And that gives us x equals 3. Now remember, your answer should always be a point, the x value, then the y value. We have the x value, so we need to plug that into either of the original equations to find y. If I'm looking at it, that bottom equation looks a little bit easier because we are not going to have to divide by anything in front of y since it's 1y. So I'm going to plug that 3 into the bottom equation where I see x. And so that gives us 3 times 3 plus y equals 8. And we're going to need to multiply. 3 times 3 is 9. And then to get y by itself, we need to get rid of that 9. So we would subtract 9 from both sides. And we would get y equals negative 1. Now the last step is to write that as a point. X value, then the y value. So 3, negative 1 is your answer. Now let's look at a slightly more complicated one. This one, there is not an easy way to multiply 4 to get to 5 or 5 to get to 4. There's also not an easy way to multiply 3 to get to 4 or 4 to get to 3. So we're going to have to multiply both of these equations. Now, when you do that, you can cancel out the x's or the y's. It's really up to you. If we're looking at the x's, I have 4 and 5. So we're going to count up by 4. And a multiplication table may be helpful for this. Knowing your multiplication table is definitely important. And then I'm going to count up by 5. And we're going to look at what is the first number that these two numbers have in common. I see 20. So if we want to cancel out the x's, we want the coefficient to be 20. Now if we're canceling out the y's, we'll count up by 3. So 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, so on. And count up by 4. And the first number that they have in common is 12. So if we want to cancel out the y's, we want the coefficient to be 12. Either are fine, just make sure one is negative and one is positive. 12 is slightly smaller, so I'm going to go with making the y's a coefficient of 12. So looking at that top equation, what do I have to multiply 3 by to get to 12? Well, 3 times 4 is 12, so I'm going to have to multiply that top equation by 4. And then the bottom equation, 4 times what is 12? 4 times 3. So I have to multiply the bottom equation by 3. Now, right now, they're both positive. So if I were to add 12y plus 12y, that would give us 24y, which doesn't cancel, which is the whole point of adding these, is to get one of the variables to cancel. So I need one of them to be a negative. It really doesn't matter which one you pick. I'm going to go with the bottom because why not? So then I'm going to multiply everything in the top equation by 4. So 4 times 4x is 16x. 4 times 3y is 12y. And then 4 times negative 1 is negative 4. Doing the same thing, but multiplying the bottom by negative 3. Negative 3 times 5x is negative 15x. Negative 3 times 4y is negative 12y. And negative 3 times 1 is negative 3. And so now if I add those, 16x plus negative 16x is 1x. 12y plus negative 12y cancels, so I don't even need to write it. Negative 4 plus negative 3 is negative 7. Now, a lot of times, once you do that, the x or the y will have a number in front and you'll have to divide. But 1x and x are the same thing, so right now I have x equals negative 7. And I need to find the y value, so I can plug it into either of the original two equations. For x, I'm looking at the top. This top is slightly smaller number, so I'll plug it into the top equation for x. So I'll have 4 plugging in negative 7 plus 3y equals negative 1. Need to multiply the 4 and the negative 7, so we get negative 28. Get rid of any addition or subtraction first, so I got to get rid of the minus 28. So do the opposite, add 28. Gives us 3y equals negative 1 plus 28 is 27. And then to get rid of the 3, I need to divide by 3, and I get y equals 9. Last step is to write your answer as a point, x value then y value. So negative 7, 9 is the answer. I hope this helps with some of the harder elimination problems. Have a good one.